give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
Read that one more time.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
Meaning that during these times, the Most High is going to give us an ear to understand them. You know, our people are going to start to listen. They're going to start to understand the scriptures. People are going to come out and teach. They're going to start to listen like he came up. They're also going to start to think on his name. Like we can tell you his name is Yahawah. We're going to the ancient Hebrew. So we're going to start to think on his name and all of those things like that. Like it's telling you what we're going to do in the last days. So what we're doing right here is according to prophecy. So what we're doing out here, we're teaching our people who they are and telling them you got to come back to the Most High, to the scriptures. Like you got to come back to being Yasharalah, your nation. You got to follow the laws of the Old Testament. You got to keep the precepts in Proverbs and Sirach and stuff like that. You got to look for the coming of the Messiah to come save us out of this captivity. Because none of these leaders are going to save us. You understand?
You have to stop sinning, man. You have to stop sinning.
John 3 and 4.
Yeah, first John, what sin is?
Transgression against the law.
Okay. You already know. So that's what you have to come back to. Basically, you have to stop sinning. Basically, at the end of the day, you try hard to fight your flesh. You're not going to sin. Like on the dietary law, eating pork, shrimp, crab, catfish, okay? To the law of sleeping with another man's woman, it doesn't matter if she's married with a piece of paper or anything, you know what I'm saying? So if you know that this woman has a man and she's good, okay? No, you're not supposed to sleep with her, okay? And it's a various other laws that you have to keep. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, honor thy mother and honor your mother and your father.
You can go to that.
Also to love your brother. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
Exactly. Sin is the transgression of the law. Okay. Who was the law given to? The nation of Israel. Right? So we have to come back to the Most High by actually following the laws, that's the commandments that he gave us. Okay? Like if you wrote a set of rules for your child, okay? So you have two kids, you wrote a set of rules for your child, for your children, I should say. And one of them followed the rules to the T, okay? And the other one didn't. Alright? You're gonna see favor in the one that did, because you know that one listened to you. The other one you're gonna treat like your child, but you know, you have to try to push them to the, you have to chastise them, I should say. You have to, just like we got chastised, we got put in slavery, got hunted trees, our babies got fed to alligators, okay? Like when the Most High chastise you, he chastises you. It's not like a spanking, man, okay? He's like he says, he's the one that kills and he's the one that heals. Okay? So when he chastises you, it's going to be something major. It's not going to be something on a global effect that everybody's going to know about and everyone's going to see. You know, like I said, you're going to become an astonishment.
I'll give you an example of the law. This is, let me ask you. Do you know any of the laws?
Thou shalt not kill. Commandments.
You know what the laws are? No? Okay, so you have the 10 Commandments, which is a summary of the law. Okay? But you also have the laws, which is in Deuteronomy and Leviticus. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example of one. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. So things like cross-dressing, things like that are not permitted within Israel. You understand what I'm saying? So that's an example of the law. But all of the laws are contained within the Old Testament. So it's not just the 10 Commandments, because a lot of Christians think you just got to follow the 10 Commandments. But it's not just the Ten Commandments. There's a whole bunch of laws within the Old Testament.
A lot of Christians say that they don't believe in homosexuality, right? The homosexuality law is not in the Ten Commandments.
Right.
Right?
So they have no scripture to back it up.
Exactly. So where did y'all get that law from? To make y'all say not to believe in homosexuality. Y'all got it from the law. The whole law, not just the Ten Commandments. Christian church is just a marketing scheme, man. So
I agree.
it's just about money and marketing, man. And basically leading people astray, getting them ready for this one world government species. Getting them ready to accept the church. Getting them ready to be basically robots in America. But like I was saying, I can read this. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It says, see now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So we went into slavery and we got raped, killed. That was all according to the Most High's will. Like you said, he allowed it. That's true.
The author said he meant evil. No, it's in like Isaiah. But you understand that Most High made evil as well as good.
Why do you think he made evil?
Well, it's always a duality. Like everything, it has to be a duality.
For a choice? Like if it was just for choice, why does there have to be a consequence? If he's the one that places it. I'm not questioning it because I'm a believer.
There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Got you. What's your question?
So, if he placed the duality there for us to have a choice, why is there punishment for something he placed there?
Alright, let me answer it. Well, it has to be duality on the earth.
Right.
Man, woman, up, down, cold, hot. Now, the duality makes things perfect. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, matter of fact, I'll get that in a second. But I'll answer that and then I'll get that in a second.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 14. I started 13.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. It's Sirach chapter 42, verse 24. All things are double, one against another, and he hath made nothing unperfect. One thing established the good of another, and who shall be filled with the beholding of his glory. So you can't have good without evil, hot without cold. What's better? Is it better to have scorching hot water, or like freezing cold water, or something in between? So you see the purpose of duality. One makes another perfect, or the combining of it. But you gotta have duality in the earth. That's just the way that the Most High set up the earth.
I don't understand how evil can come from something that is all good though. That's what I heard.
But the Most High, when you say all good, you mean the Most High?
Right.
But the Most High is just not all good. The Most High is everything. That's good and evil. You understand? You gonna get it? No? Alright, so
Everything balances out.
it's balanced. So would you say war is bad?
There's a time and place for everything. So there needs to be war to fight for the greater good. But what I don't understand is I look to my God as being the place of all good. But it does make sense that he would be wrath to those who deserve it and good to those who deserve it as well. But if evil came from him in the very beginning, it's like, why? You know what I mean?
This is why. Go ahead and read that.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 14. Well, I started 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as like him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
Duality. Give me no. Give me Second Ezra chapter 3. So what you gotta understand about the children of Israel and the earth is that it had to be set up in a certain way. We had to learn evil. Like the children of Israel is gonna rule the whole earth. So in the beginning you had Adam. Matter of fact, give me Genesis chapter 2, like verse 25.
I got it.
So from the beginning, Adam was all good, right? He knew no evil. Then came in the serpent. He ate the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And then they learned evil, bad ways. So now they had to go through this path of not being so right and good, but they're doing wicked things and being what you call evil. When Yahawah comes, who you call Jesus Christ, he sets them back to the path of doing right and learning right. This is perfection, like the cold and the hot water. This is perfection because you know good, you know evil, so you can judge. The children of Israel are judges on the earth. You understand? Does that make sense to you?
It does, in the sense.
You gotta get Solomon, where he said, I experienced
Folly?
all of that.
That's the book of Ecclesiastes. Give me that. Ecclesiastes. What would you watch?
I got you.
Since I guess life would be considered a war in some, I guess you have to have the two teams, since that's what we're trying to do here.
Read 1 Samuel 16, verse 20.
Man, you gotta have the duality on it. That's just how the earth operates. You have to have the duality. The duality in everything.
It makes sense.
Even down to atoms. Neutron and proton. You gotta have
You have
duality.
to have negative. Right?
Exactly.
And I was telling him earlier, we were talking, and I said, I do believe that everything physical is a spiritual manifestation, so that makes sense.
You got it? Verse started at 22. I'm just going to show you, he said, God is all good. Go ahead. Read.
1 Samuel 16:22.
Yeah.
Verse 22. 1 Samuel 16, verse 22. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David, I pray thee, stand before me,
Isaiah 45.
for he hath found favor in my sight.
Saul was the king of Israel. Jesse was David's father, King David's father.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from the Most High,
From who? Just read it how it says it.
and it came to pass, when the evil spirit was from God, was upon Saul,
When read that again.
and it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took an harp and
Now, did it say when the evil spirit from Satan?
No.
It said when the evil spirit from who?
from God.
Exactly. Read that again.
And it came,
Just read that over. Just read that verse one time. Listen.
and it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God,
Start at 22 and read to 23.
and Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight.
Verse 23.
And it came to pass.
Get that water line. It's the water.
Oh, I got you.
Not that. Water.
Talking on there.
It ain't even open yet.
Pick up this verse.
I can open it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I got it now. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David and it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul,
I guess he just wanted to come out that many times. That's all. Read it one more time.
and it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hand.
Exactly. So basically, God, that's what the world calls God, we call Yahawah, son of evil spirit to Saul. And Saul was the king of Israel.
So what about when it says, like, are you still drinking? Here, I'll listen.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. God tells us we can't be hot and cold. Like, we can't be lukewarm, or he'll spit us out. So if good and evil comes from him, how does that?
Well, it wasn't talking about good and evil.
Yeah, what that's talking about is like, somebody get it, man. It's a revelation. But what that's talking about is your, I guess, your zeal for the truth. Like you can't be like, if you're following after the Most High, you can't be trying to follow after the Most High or trying to do other shit out here being wicked. Like you want to be righteous. Like our time for wickedness was back when we read earlier in Deuteronomy 28, where we weren't keeping the laws. After when Yahawah came, or when you call Jesus Christ came, it was time to learn. It was time for repentance and to learn the proper ways of following after the Most High, which would be not sinning. So he's telling you in Revelation, when you're not supposed to be hot or cold. Sorry, you'd rather be hot or cold than lukewarm. It's just saying don't half-ass it.
Isn't that still good and evil though? Because you're choosing the ways of the world and God.
Yeah, but you gotta follow after the Most High.
Right.
You can't be. All right, just do this.
I'ma call you.
Give me go back to second entrance. Cause this I gotta explain it. Second entrance, chapter 3.
Let's go. People over there. Yes.
You still got Genesis chapter 2? And then Isaiah 45 and 7. Read Isaiah 45 and 7 first.
Isaiah 45 and 7?
Yeah. Like Genesis 2 and 25 says, neither has become like us, more good and evil. It might be chapter 3. Isaiah 45, 7, go ahead.
I got Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
So everything emanates from the Most High. Without the Most High, nothing could exist. Now, it's a purpose for evil in this time. There's going to be a time where there will be no evil. But in this time, it's a purpose for it. Go ahead. Just who got Genesis? Read
Genesis chapter 3, verse 22.
Read chapter 3. I'm sorry.
And the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
Right, now, to be an all-powerful being, or to be what you call an angel or God, you have to know good and evil. Alright? You have to know both of them.
It makes sense.
Alright. Now, when Adam ate from that tree, then became his time to move towards that and to learn good and evil. So at this current time, in a period of evil, right? Now we're learning righteousness. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, second Ezra 3.
Second Ezra 3. You know where I went to start.
If somebody can't, if I can. Proverbs. Did you get that already? Get Proverbs 16.
Second Ezra chapter 3, verse 5. And gave us a body unto Adam without soul.
Started one.
Second Ezra chapter 3, verse 1. In the 13th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon and lay trouble upon my bed, and my thoughts came up over my heart. For I saw the desolation of Zion and the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon. And my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High, and said, O Lord, who bears rule, thou sparkest at the beginning when thou didst, thou spakest at the beginning when thou didst plant the earth, that thyself alone, and commandest the people, and gavest a body unto Adam without soul.
So we're understanding that he's talking about Adam, right?
Which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe unto him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointest death in him and in his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds out of number. And every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and despised thy commandments. And again, in the process of time, thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyedst them. And it came to pass in every of them, that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovedst, and unto him only thou showest thy will, and made an everlasting covenant with him, promising that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when thou leddest his seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to the Mount Sinai, and bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. And thy glory went before gates of fire, and of earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, that thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Israel. And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart.
Stop, slow down, read that again.
And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart.
So when the Most High made Adam transgressed, he never took that wicked heart. Remember, in Genesis chapter, who got Genesis 3 again? Read that again. Read it slow.
And yet, 2nd Esdras chapter 3,
Genesis 3, hold that. Genesis 3. You had Genesis 3? Like 25?
Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever.
Right, so right there sets the stage of man learning evil, learning good.
That was God talking to the angel.
To the angel. That sets forth the stage of man learning evil, learning good, being perfect, and ruling over the angels and the whole earth.
So do you think that, like, if God didn't allow the serpent to give that offering of the knowledge, maybe we would have, or if Adam were to decline it, he would have taught us, but he was just testing to see if we would have sinned against him?
Well, when you go, it's another one in 2nd Esdras. When you go into 2nd Esdras, you can get it. When you go into 2nd Esdras, it says that the Most High had labored for a cluster of the grape. This is the Most High labor for us to go through all of this. I don't know why he didn't do it that way, just made it to where we never sinned or nothing like that. But that's the way he did it.
Okay, so he wanted it.
He wants it to go this way. Like he's in control of everything.
Right.
So he wants
Give the guy 30 bucks.
The other, well, I guess we can read this scripture.
And then another way to look at it is, he made us go through all of this, so when we do get the kingdom of heaven, it's basically justified. He could have made it a way where we didn't have to go through anything, but he made it when we went through the trial, tribulation, of slavery. We was in Rome getting sacked, whatever. And when we do get the kingdom of heaven, and everybody do notice that we are the children of the Most High, they're gonna say, man, they've been through a lot of shit. Okay? And now they have the kingdom. They had to fight through a lot of stuff to get the kingdom. It's that scripture that in Ezra, when it says to make it to the kingdom, it's like one path, it's gonna be
yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
So what was white people's justification for you? Why do white people deserve it?
Deserve what?
Heaven.
Well, what do you mean by heaven?
The kingdom. Like,
Kingdom?
shouldn't you have to go through all this? I mean, not everyone goes through what the slaves do, even as a black person, but
Why do white people get to going to heaven?
not why, because you go by following.
What is their justification for going there? Is that what you're asking?
Why is there a chosen people?
Why is it a chosen people?
Right.
Oh, good. Because well, I guess I gotta explain this to you first. The kingdom is gonna be on the earth.
Right, the new one.
Right? It's gonna be a kingdom on the earth. That's gonna be ruled by certain people, which is these people right here. Why these? If y'all can get it, a peculiar nation should be in Hebrews. Also give me Luke chapter 1 verse 68, I think, or something like that. These people are special because these are the people that the Most High has set up to be the priests of the earth.
I got it.
These people are chosen because they have to teach the rest of the earth how to pray to the Most High, worship the Most High, and keep the law. That's the only reason they're special.
And also how to take care of them.
I got it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a law. Go ahead. So it's a law. The Bible is saying after you harvest a field, on the 7th year, you're not supposed to touch that field because of that. All the nutrition and everything come back, the nutrients in the field come back for a whole year until you plant that again. They don't do that here.
You said what? You said?
Just keep it moving. They put in synthetic fertilizer in the ground. They take out the trees, which are the lungs of the earth. They take out the oil, which is the blood of the earth. Okay? When Nikola Tesla showed us how to use energy without using electricity. Okay? So it's a lot of other things that have to be established in the earth. Not only with the people, with the organism of the earth itself. Okay? They're destroyed by the so-called.
Exodus 19 verse 5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation.
This is Exodus, so this is when Moses took them out of the land of Egypt. So he's explaining, well, the Most High is explaining to them what their job in the earth is, why he chose them. Why, read it. They shall be what?
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Now, a priest, when you go into your church, the priest is supposed to minister you. He's supposed to teach you how to worship the Most High, deal with the laws and stuff like that in the church, right? He's supposed to guide you in that direction. So the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, that's their job as a whole nation for the other nations. So in this kingdom, this brings us back to your first question of what are we doing? So when we're gathering the children of Israel together so the Most High can deliver us, but ultimately so he can set up this temple that you read about in Revelation, the new temple that's being built, but that's the children of Israel. Now, when he sets up his temple, the children of Israel are going to rule the earth, and they're going to send forth the laws throughout the earth and teach the people how to worship the Most High and deal with the Most High in the correct manner. That's what makes them special, and that's the only reason.
And they're going to be judges. To be a judge, you have to know good and evil. Okay?
I'm going to read the definition for priest.
Nice. Yeah.
This is priest. This is Strong's H3548.
This is the Hebrew.
Kohan. And this is officiating a priest, chief, ruler, own, priest, prince, principal officer.
Right, that goes to 1 Corinthians chapter 6. All right.
The big,